Hi everyone, this is your bud with you playing CONAN Exiles. Right now we're going to have a look at the dungeon called the Dregs and fight the creature that is in there called the Abysmal Remnant. And the only requirement really for this dungeon is that gear-wise at least, is that you have a bow. It can be any old bow. Um, I don't think bow quality or grade has anything to do with the range of the bow, but don't take my word for that and get the best quality bow that you can get your hands on just in case it does have something to do with range. I don't think it does. Here's my build. I have absolutely oops, no points in accuracy, and I'm able to complete this mission, the Dregs. Uh, with no points in accuracy, so accuracy has no bearing on range, so you don't need to put points in accuracy. I don't choose to engage in DPSing with the boss with a bow. I just make it come at me and lunge at me and chop her up. Now, you're going to need to make a blood sacrifice in order to enter the dungeon. And in the past, you could use a thrall. Well, you can't do that anymore. And the only other way you can do it is to have an admin spawn an NPC at that entrance to kill to make the blood sacrifice. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you a way that you can make the blood sacrifice and not have to use a cheat. And it requires coming in here, and first we'll just kill the Defari that are at the beginning of this camp because they won't chase us very far. And we need to have some of them chase us into the entrance of the Dregs. I probably could have just broken his shield. It was only probably a wood or bone shield. See if I can break the shield. Okay. Abilities. I'm a sucker for a chest. You never know what you're gonna find in it. I just found blue dye, Sumerian blue dye. And if you've never been in here, there's a moat that you can learn at that book right there. It's comb hair. If you're into those types of things, heal up a little bit. Now these mobs, these Defari exiles, we're gonna try to pull straight ahead of us into that area up those stairs. So we're gonna run, get a big group of them. They shouldn't hit too hard. You don't want to sprint because they'll stop following you because exiles NPCs can't sprint and they will stop chasing you if you get too far ahead of them. You need to bring them up into this area. You'll see some ghosts at the entrance and they play out a little act. I believe they're all stuck there. See that he just killed her. That's your hint. That I should have done it. I think that it's opening. It's opening. Good. That's how you do it. Let's see. Now, before you go down there, just make sure you have a bow because you cannot do this dungeon without one. The first thing you do when you get down here is you'll see some ghosts and a monument, a tablet with some blue glowing glyphs on it. You want to interact with that and you'll learn some new recipes. And to check those recipes, you go to your recipe book, which is known as your feats, and it's in survival, and you have just learned the dredger with the glowing stick, the breathing potion, the glowing essence, the glowing standing torch, the glowing wall torch, and the cooked abysmal meat, which you get from harvesting with a cleaver, the Abysmal Remnant, and you get a good amount of abysmal meat, flesh, and when it's cooked in a campfire, um, you get an equal amount of ichor for the amount of abysmal flesh that you convert to abysmal edible meat. They took the alligators out of there and all the other things that used to be in there, and it's much easier just to get through this. Okay, just double checking that you have a bow at this point, and we enter. Now this dungeon is kind of interesting. It's a system of locks and channels that fill up with water. In order for you to activate them, you have to hit these brass buttons, these targets on the wall, and you just have to hit it once and it activates, and you'll see that the channel starts filling up with water, and that raises the level, and you can then go over. Okay, to the next one, and this one is to the left, and you take your bow and aim just a little bit high to compensate for the arc. And through the next door, and off to the left again. And here across from you at a 45-degree angle is the next target. Go down. Now this next target doesn't flood this chamber, it floods the chamber in the next room. And it's very important you get this because there's no target or button to attack when you get there. And if you jump down there, it's very difficult. It can be gotten out of, but it's very difficult to get out of that one. Wait for the water level to rise again. And here's the one that we just, I missed my window of opportunity. So there's nothing here to attack. You can climb out of it on that if you bug yourself hard enough. You can do it. You're probably not supposed to, but it can be done. It happened one time to me. And it also happened one time that I was stuck here, even though I learned that you need to do that. Sometimes we don't learn from our mistakes. Okay, here we have some skeletons. Now there's no need to panic. These skeletons are really easy to kill. one more series of flooding the room, and we'll be at her trap house. You want to head to the left again. It's pretty much left every time. I've noticed with this dungeon. Just keep on bearing to the left and working your way back, and you'll see some rocks here or broken things that you have to climb up on, and then go back to the way you came. And this is a very long shot, and this game is very accurate with their depiction of archery, and you want to aim high to compensate for the arc. And we'll see if we can get this. I think I got it. And you come down here and jump on this rock. You want to climb up there. There we go. And this is if you have to take a pee or get a drink or have your girlfriend wish you good luck or whatever, go do it now, because you got a battle with the Abysmal Remnant coming up. I'm just going to get her attention with my bow. I'm not going to actually DPS with her with my bow. Oh, I went into it. What a dummy. Acid bath. Here she comes. You don't want to take a trip into the acid bath. You want to get close enough to her. Look at, there's all her eyes and everything. Close enough to her that she'll come out and lunge at you. And then you just run around trying to avoid her acid breath. And heal up. Here she comes. Probably one more. I did get her that time. Here she comes. Oh, she's kind of bugged, I guess. Here she is. And this will be her farewell. Miss me. And she's dead. And before you do anything else, you're going to want to get the reptile armor recipe and the abysmal sword recipe. I'll show you where those can be found. Now, as I was saying before, a great supply of ichor can be found just by using your cleaver. I'm going to equip my cleaver, and you'll see just exactly how much I get of abysmal flesh from her. 315, 225, 630, a total of 685 abysmal flesh. That's an equivalent of 685 ichor as well. And you got the recipe book, and I'll show you where that can be found in your recipes and in weapons. And if you go all the way to the bottom, you'll see the abysmal sword, and that can be crafted at the blacksmithing station. Can't believe I fell in the acid bath. That was terribly noobish. I lunged forward with my spear and died, almost died, but I didn't. I got out of it in time. And here's the exit to the dregs. It'll take you to a nice, safe place. So you don't have to go backwards engineering, figuring out how to get out of here. I don't think you can do it backwards. Maybe you can. The channels may be flooding automatically as we speak, and you can just go out the front door. But I prefer this door, and um, that does it. We're up top here in a safe location, not far from an obelisk, and that's the dregs for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is your Bud, and if you have any suggestions for future videos or something that you want me to create, just leave a comment on this video or any video, and I'll look into trying to make a video guide for you based on your need. We'll see you later.